Hello, guys. Welcome to another exciting episode on Paying Some. And then, about nice and come on trend with Tadi. What's that? So today I've got with me here my boss.
Yeah, Kujo Motombo.
I
Kujo
bet.
Motombo.
But before you even start this section, Charlie, I want to say a big congrats to you for being the main brain or the main sponsor behind show. Yeah, Unifest your called Water It was really a success, and I believe for me it was nice having this show here because apart from Kofi Kinato organize such shows Water Carrier, there will be I have a paid for event Water Carrier had why like senior man girls are Water no way they never they come out
Then we'll
way
pull
this
up.
time around them all pull out.
They pull up.
They pay for VIP section and sons. People they buy tables for 25K and sons. It be crazy. Big congrats to you. You really spoiled there.
Yeah,
You really
thank you.
spoiled
Thank
there.
you. But all the time I did make sure say I make this clear.
Alright.
Okay. I'm the main investor.
Alright.
You understand? What that means is that Skasami Nano.
What a handle.
Yeah. But the program was actually organized by YB Entertainment.
Okay.
Some young guy our School of Mines.
Okay.
Yeah, that's YB Entertainment.
That's you, Matt.
Yes.
Okay.
I am the investor.
Okay.
You know, oh yeah, it's core event,
Okay.
mostly I had to provide for.
Okay.
Yes. And then I also had to help. Do baby not say my family and bema.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you for a fact. I mean, them event so my family is for my job, you know. Not them dominancy from ma
Alright. But before we go to lean up deep in the audience know who Motombo is.
Well, Motombo, people that know me will say arena nightclub manager, but a position of which I no longer hold. You know, since arena, I'm not a manager at arena anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not just arena. I do a lot of things. You understand? I have a cleaning company. You know,
You can put it out there and someone I won't even know so that they can patronize
yeah,
your.
RKS Laundry Cleaning Service.
Alright.
It's been in existence since 2013.
Wow. Where can we locate this cleaning service?
Currently I do contract, so
Okay.
I have contract with some of the companies in Takrady.
Oh, cool.
A company like Rike, you can locate Rike around Airport Ridge.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
no.
been doing that training for them for about 3-4 years.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we move into our next question for this event, this section, and we want to know how you were able to land Blacko, or how you landed in the center of this Blacko saga in Takrady.
How I landed in
Yeah.
the center of this
Yeah.
saga. Well, there was a lot of frustration,
Okay.
like down the road, a lot of frustration down the road. At the point, I thought the guys, they actually didn't want to come,
Okay.
So I was trying to do all I could in my power to bring them here.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was because now YB, a small boy, not for handle,
Yeah.
because
Hell.
a lot of the things they even asked for were just verbal. A lot of things we did for them aside from the some no the all contracts the HMO. It was just verbal consideration. You understand? And the guys always were asking for more Oliver Twist.
But then, what was the contract signed? Was there a documented
Okay,
contract
so there's a
signed?
there's a documented contract that YB showed me.
Okay.
Okay, of which I asked him, why well, I can't see any signatures on this contract. You understand?
Yeah.
And then he explained to me that they don't need to sign.
Oh,
They have to review.
without
You understand?
signatures.
So they sent it to them, and then they review whatever it is, whatever changes that needs to be done. They do those changes, and then they send it back to him.
Okay.
You understand? But you can't tell me that because you didn't append your signature, it's not a contract. It's a contract because, first of all, you have accepted part payment of the total sum. You understand my point?
I do.
You sat in an airline that I paid for to get to Takrady.
Sure.
buzzed the rest of his crew from Accra to Takrady.
Okay.
You understand? Go sit or sleep or whatever in an apartment that we paid for. If there's no contract, what are you doing here? You understand?
I get you.
And I made sure that whatever it is that was in the contract, we had obliged by, be it, timelines, fair enough, but we agreed on, you understand?
Yes.
We agreed that when you get to Takrady, before your performance, we'll make up the rest of your money.
Sure.
You get my point? You should have, if not anything, I mean, okay, so you've not paid me the rest of my money, so I'm not sitting on your flight. Then I know how to get your money to you and get you in Takrady.
But then was there like an agreement as to how the payments would be made or how they would get the rest of their money?
Well, there wasn't anything stipulated in the contracts that pay me in cash or pay me in e-cash or whatever. But at the time they got here, I had their money on my phone. Okay, that I asked them to give me another number, at least another merchant number where I can transfer
the whole amount
to it. Okay. If you can't get a number that can hold that amount, give me two. I'll split it in two.
Sure.
I told them, and they said, no way, they are not collecting any.
Do you think they did that due to the contract not being signed or?
No. There's always a consideration in all of these things. Yeah. You can't say that you are already in Takrady.
Yeah.
It's not as though you didn't come. We are here. So we are already in contract.
I believe so, but don't you think they also feel like after what if I perform and I don't get the rest of my money?
No, I said I was giving you your money. I showed you. Give me a moment. What do you call it? Medium for me
to transfer.
It's not as though. Well, and this conversation started somewhere around between 12 and 2. As at 2, they asked me to go and get cash of 100K.
Without cash, they are not.
Without cash, they are not coming to the grounds. You understand? So when I get the cash, let me call them. They come. So I place a call to them with 100,000 cash, tied up, counted by myself. Give it to one of my associates to count. Tied it in a polythene bag, and I give them a call that your 100,000 is really cash. You understand? The moment they got to the grounds, that particular moment they got to the grounds, I handed the cash over to them. Do you get my point?
I get you very well.
The moment they got to the event center, that particular morning, somewhere around 3:30, they're about where they got to the event center, I handed the money to them, cash, to Aubrey Mensah.
That's his manager.
That's his road manager.
Okay.
I handed the money to him. Was it Fred? I handed the money to Fred, some fair guy. He's part of the road management. Okay. So now these guys now decided that they were going to count the money before they perform. Yeah. Then another blunt side, of which I blame YB. You understand? I blame YB. Because if you're supposed to pay the guy XY amount, pay him XY amount. Don't pay him XY minus
Z.
Something.
Yeah.
You understand? So now they realize that the guy had to pay them some extra money, of which I asked YD himself that, is it true that you have to pay them some extra 30,000 cedis? He said yes. Then I'd be like, no problem. So I got them extra 30,000 cash.
So during that period,
they were just there. They were there. The show was in halt. People were just standing there.
Because I was about asking you what was going through your head during that period.
The frustration. I couldn't stand. I couldn't stand on my feet. I just had to go up and down like that while they were counting the money up and down like that. And then they came back, say the money is short of 11,450. 11,450. Okay, I'll be like 11,450. I will give you.
send for you.
I go send for you. Now they say yeah. Okay, give me number. Yo, my guy, send them 11,450. Where my guy send them
11,400. That one then
that one
accept.
it's accept in cash.
But so
So
the
you say
long
the deliberate act way, then Aubrey and his team they do.
so
You
why you
understand?
allow make a day on flights can't say they
Oh,
can't perf.
guy, even the flight itself, may I tell you some funny thing will happen on the flight? Okay, so send me the list of people that you want
Them to come.
So I book your flight. Okay, and they send me a list. They send me Aubrey. I have the list here. If you want me to. No, I don't.
You need no stress.
Yes, no stress. But the 4 guys, 4 lists. Ebia Kojo Menu, Ajoata, Kwame Bedu. Like that. You dey get my point?
Yeah.
Then Kojo and Kwame Bedu no. You send me Kwame Atta.
Oh yeah.
They take the Kwame Atta go book the flight for you. You understand?
Rich, you know the Kwame
Only
Atta.
to get there to tell me, what do you call it? To tell me that no, your name no be Kwame Atta, you Kwame Bedu. Like, are you serious? You dey get my point?
Yeah.
That's mistake alone. At that time, I had to send Passion Air 1,592 cedis for that singular mistake. Sending mistake. You get my point. There was so many frustration here and there. You know.
But then I also want to find out what influenced you into investing in this particular show.
Well, YB, while I was at Arena, collaborated with him to host an event for students. Or no, students now mostly.
Oh, yeah, events,
yes.
Okay.
And it turned out to be good. The turn up at Arena was so good that I even, out of the 50-50 deal I had with him, I gave him extra 20.
Oh, cool.
So I gave him 70
instead of
50 because he's a young guy. So when he came up to me with the event, honestly, initially, because June they rain day. I'm like, yo, you sure June? Why you not go push the thing go back small? Say, oh, then,
So that's the reason why, because you had already collaborated with him.
Yes, because I've had a collaboration.
And was Blacko being the main artist also influenced you in going into this investment? Because he's the hottest guy at the moment.
Well, so to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Blacko. I said this at YFM. It's not as though I'm lying about it. I'm not a fan of Blacko. You get my point?
I get you.
Like I said, a single of his song titles I can't mention.
Okay.
You understand? I hear his songs. It sounds good, but I'm not his fan.
Okay.
You understand?
But you're an investor.
Yeah, I'm a businessman. Yeah. So I thought there was some sort of business opportunity here.
Exactly.
So let's jump on it and try to make it happen.
During this organization, did you guys think of putting any Takoradi artist on bill?
Well, I wasn't in charge of the act, the stage. I mean, PM is the stage manager
from YFM.
From YFM.
Okay.
So all these DJing and the acts, the dancers, and all of those things were arranged by them. That side, I didn't.
No day parts.
No. I only recommended Black Mike.
Okay.
He's the only artist that I recommended.
Okay.
On the bill. That wasn't part of my
job.
Yeah.
Okay. But do you think going forward we should be putting more Takoradi artists?
Of course.
I believe during this time wasting period stuff, if we had Takoradi arts pulling through, like no one would have even noticed.
I honestly that caught me on my blind side, the artists and stuff, because I know Yofi Yoku is it Yosi is a very he's
great talent.
He's a great talent and he's a friend of mine. I mean, I could have, if I was supposed to handle
those parts.
I mean, the likes of one other young talent that is upcoming in Takoradi. I know a few of them, but that wasn't, and then the time frame to make this Blacko thing happen was so
Yeah,
short.
sure.
It was so short.
But
So
don't you think during these sessions you should be able to involve some people in tech? We have lots of people who have like access to certain people that if you are to involve them when it comes to
Takrade is some way. If you date Takrade, you go understand. If you date here, chair, you go know. Takrade and some stuff. You know the help on a body
Exactly.
that like pull him down. Somebody go fit, open him off and talk say, but these guys they do the show June.
Hi.
How?
You know what happen? It be the normal thing for here.
If you know rain, we go see what go happen.
Yeah, that one.
You get me? You like be positive, bro.
The negative bunch,
Charlie, too
but
much,
then
man.
aside the negative being bunch, we get few positives.
Oh yeah, some positives.
So I believe like more times we forfeit to also link plus
link.
few. Yeah,
me at the link. Me.
Because this show was really great.
I guess link. It got to a time I had to call two bottles of replay to come in. Some few people that go to my bones, I had to bring them in and stuff. And like I said, me, I'm not the main organizer for the event. See? It was just Kasan Nazi, But Rudu baby, guy, not he was suffocating, like no like he was because I young, like he didn't know how to, handle your man. So that was when he actually asked me to come in. And you tried to.
I would want to know currently, since you're as an investor, moving forward now, what's your vision or your plan towards any next event that would happen since this happened? What do you think you learned from it, and then what's the next step you would put in place?
There's no need rushing into coming up with events or like rushing into anything. That's one advice I give everybody. That is a promoter, because you see, I don't know. If a brother, don't force it. Yeah. A brother, don't force it. Moving forward, me and my team will sit down, try and come up with an event very soon. We're actually looking at going to that side of town, Buzia side, beachfront, do some beach camping and all that for a period of about 3 days. Actually, yeah, we are not putting it together, but it's not going to be on yet thrown to the public. It's going to be a bit private for now, and then we develop it and make it big, and then we include everybody eventually.
So my little advice or suggestion I would like to make to you is that from now onwards, we have some people who are ready and willing to help with entertainment sector now, or because we want to put Takari to the map there, because we have lots of great acts. My team like this, we make clothing, we do a whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
Your creatives, we have Loso, we have Link Up Daddy. You have this.
Yeah, Link Up Daddy. Link Up Daddy. Shout out to Link Up Daddy. Yeah. I think that just a couple of days ago, yesterday, he reached out to me, said hi to me. I mean, I said hi back. Me a day,
welcome
everybody. I not be that kind of person that push people away. You understand? If you bring your matter, you sit down and go listen. If I go feel help, if some advice there, I go give you. I go
simple. There are a lot of great. Today, as we speak like this, Nemesis Loso is having this EP listening session at the Tribe.
Okay.
Them will be top art.
Okay.
Link Up October. We're doing Daddy's Day out. So if you are together like this, there will be lots of things we could be doing.
Sure.
So I believe our way forward is to help on ourselves. Creative bunch for here.
That's it. That's it.
We are signing out right here, and we had our man Motombo here. This is the gist you guys have been waiting for. Thank you for watching this space with us. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on all social media platforms. And then, so what a drink a bowl of action actually. People were hiding you. Oh, you do fucking. What should one pull up? I want cheap people need it. And be on any. Or you come fucking. And we'll be like, no matter what I'm in a dread, Charlie. Oh. Into paying some, we are signing out.